BlackBerry is up almost 15% in reaction to news that the company could be bought by Veritas, which has been buying up a lot of smaller companies recently. And this news, obviously a great thing for BlackBerry. It would be a takeover deal, so it would be a complete buyout of the company, and shareholders would basically get a specific price per share for this buyout. We don't know that price per share yet, but in this video, I'm going to go over some search trends I've seen for the stock. And then at the end of the video, I will give a price prediction based on technical analysis. So with that being said, Veritas has come forward with an offer for the company now focused on cybersecurity. Reuters said other suitors are interested in either parts or the whole company. So there are other companies as well interested in BlackRock. Veritas acquired data energy company Wood Mackenzie earlier this year and is taking part in a buyout in Synopsys Health. So they've been buying firms up, and BlackRock has hired Morgan Stanley to help them, get this deal done. So this is obviously great news for the company. But with that being said, let's take a look at some of the search trends to help predict this retail trading trend. So obviously this is a massively popular retail trading name. Therefore, it makes a lot of sense to take a look at some of the search trends across Google, and I'll cover StockTwits in a second here. But in terms of Google search trends, we peaked out in search back in early 2021. And if you can remember, back in early 2021, we actually had shares at about almost $15, $16. So we actually had shares top out at about $28. So that was when search volume had basically topped out for the stock. And now obviously we're much lower than that, and search volume also has followed that price. So in terms of search volume, we can see that we're actually only 1% of that total of that peak search volume in 2021. So that means we aren't seeing this retail craze yet for the stock. So I think the lack of retail talk and chatter is actually could act as a positive for the stock once retail traders kind of come back into the stock. Once we see more chatter, more talk on Twitter, StockTwits, Google for this BlackBerry stock, which is obviously a very, very popular retail name. So Google search trends are implying that retail is not really hyped up about this stock at this point in time. But like I said, if that reverses, which I do think it would, that could be a big catalyst for the stock. And then let's take a look at StockTwits here. So StockTwits is showing that the number one trending stock right now is BlackBerry. So there has been a massive jump in retail chatter for BlackBerry, obviously, based on the recent news. And we usually see StockTwits volume kind of front run Google volume. So, we'll first see a stock jump on StockTwits, and then over the preceding days, we'll see that chatter in those articles that will drive views, be posted, and put on Google's site, obviously. So I do think this is kind of the canary in the coal mine, and really the first domino to fall in terms of retail chatter increasing drastically for BlackBerry. So that's awesome to see for the stock, and obviously the sentiment on this StockTwits page on BlackBerry has been quite bullish. So all that being said, retail chatter is increasing, and I do think we could see retail chatter really jump over the preceding days, and that would be demonstrated in those Google search trends, and I think that would likely act as a massive, massive tailwind for the stock. So with that being said, let's take a look at the chart for BlackBerry and see if we can't come up with any logical price predictions. So we just moved over all daily moving averages which is a good sign for momentum. And we also saw the 50-day moving average cross over the 200-day moving average on June 1st, which for those that don't know is a golden cross and implies bullish momentum. So we're getting this signal of bullish momentum. We're seeing the stock move above all daily moving averages. I believe this leads to shares moving higher for BlackBerry. I think we'd likely get a move up to resistance at around $5.80 pretty quickly. I think we could actually close around that level today. And this is where shares had topped out in June on the 30th. This is where shares had topped out. But in terms of a bigger and more sustained move, we really want to see a move over this $5.80 resistance level. If we were able to close over that resistance level, one daily candle closing above that resistance level, I do think it would be a massive, massive tailwind for the stock. And I think we could see, a more sustained move higher for shares. Let's say we were able to close over that 580 level. I think we could see a pretty quick move up to resistance at about $7. So, I think if we get a close over 580 today or in the preceding days, it's very likely that we'll see a move up to $7 resistance for the stock. That's just kind of what the chart is telling you. And we can also see shares are not even overbought according to RSI yet, which is obviously a good thing for the stock. And then let's take a look at some of the seasonality trends for shares. So we can see here that actually August is the second best month in the stock's history. So that could act as an additional catalyst for the stock, as in August shares rise 2.8%. And this is basically just short of the number one month in May at 2.81%. So August is pretty much the best month in history for the stock. And we have 27 days of pricing data here as well. So that definitely implies that this data isn't kind of stale and weak. We definitely do have a good amount of pricing data to kind of back up this historical trend. So 2.8% move for the stock on average in August. It's also worth noting that in September, shares typically drop 4%. So we are moving into kind of a bearish month in terms of September. So with all that being said, though, the technicals look pretty good for the stock. Like I said, I think we get a move up to about $5.80, by the end of the day today. Like I said, do your own research in D&D, of course, but that's kind of what the technicals are pointing to, is that we get a move up to 580 by the end of the day, as that's really the next major level of resistance for the stock, and we have extremely bullish momentum. Also, if we were able to close a candle above that 580 level, I think we would move up to $7 over the preceding week. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I think this stock is likely to continue to rise on backs of very bullish news. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I will end it there. If you got some value from this video, please leave a like. We post company breakdowns and important market moving news on this channel on a daily basis, so make sure you are subscribed. If you would like to receive my daily portfolio moves, my exits, my entries, and see how me and my team of analysts are trading the markets, join the Discord through the link in the description below to get our free 7-day trial. Also, if you would like to join our free daily newsletter, sign up to our Substack, which is linked below as well. With that being said, good luck everyone, happy trading, happy investing.